1 minute late? No. When I started, it said 9 o'clock. What do you mean? What do you mean? Everyone thinks you're very powerful. Thanks, Paul. I am very powerful. I have the power to do all this. On my end, it said, my end, it said 9 o'clock on the dot, so. I think Kat's coming. She's just going to be late. Red can't because she's live. So, yeah. I don't know how, what was the last thing Kat saw, so Paul, you're going to have to catch her up on a bunch of bullshit. So, have fun doing paragraphs. But anyway, welcome in everyone. I hope you're all having a lovely day today. Today is the final Zero Time Dilemma stream, which is also the final Zero Escape game unless Spike Chunsoft decides out of nowhere they want to do another one, which I very highly doubt they'll do. Let's just press X to doubt. But we're here. Holy crap. I've been doing Zero Escape series for probably 2.5 years. Jesus Christ. So that's something. But we're here now. Right. Last time, we had to do a shorter stream for reasons that I already said last week. So, update on Doggo. Doggo is doing well okay. He was very good at the vet. He has to go for a follow-up one next month. But he was very good. Didn't flinch at anything. So, I was very impressed. But yeah, we got the reveal of who Zero was, which I was like, holy hell, it's Delta, which is Sigma's son. I was like, hell yes, this makes me really freaking happy. But then they kind of brought into the thing of, Delta's actually here the whole time. You never noticed. And I was just like, oh, not again. I kind of rolled my eyes a little bit. I was like, I liked the reveal of who Zero was. I didn't like where he was put. So I guess now that I'm thinking about it, remember when he said, like, this is the history where I died. I was killed by Carlos. I think I know what he meant by that. I guess one of the times when Q-Team was executed, shit like that. But yeah, it was insane. So really, if Q-Team got executed, there was no point playing that Zero Escape game because the fucking main dude was dead. But anyway, I don't know. I brought up my opinion. I said I didn't like it. I liked I liked Sigma's reveal more because we knew he was there the whole time. We just didn't know he was old. With Delta, I don't know. Maybe I'm just harsh. That's why I made the Sean close so that they could carry on the game even if he died. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe I'm picky and harsh with that, but I don't know. I would have just preferred if they just revealed who Zero was and move on. But anyway, I asked Paul if I could finish this in one more stream, and he said yes. So I couldn't do it on Friday because I've got work on Friday. I know, roll eyes, but and I can't really do any other thing. I can't really do any other day, so I just picked today. So yeah. Other than that, there's not much else to talk about. I think so. We got 2 endings left to find. So I am told that we're not going to have any more escape rooms. So escape rooms. So I'm happy. I believe we have to do all of the red boxes. Yeah. So Now that we know that Delta is with this group, we might closely look at scenes where it's the three of them like zoomed out, because apparently you can see his shadow and stuff. So, we'll have to have a look-sees. I might even in my own time, I might even go through that fragment and have a look. So, yeah. Yeah, I think we have to go through all the red boxes. Right? I think I'm right with that. I hope I'm right with that. If I remember. Q team and then D team need to do force quit boxes. Alright. Yeah, I just call them the red box. Can we actually know what's inside one? That'd be great. Because I don't think we saw... I don't think we saw D team... Not C team's one, sorry. Alright. Let's watch. You see up there's a shadow. You can see up the top. 0 team. Nah, we'll still call it Q team.
Now announcing the current casualties. Presently, there are...
Everyone. Wow, I get to see Mira alive. Let's go.
Please continue enjoying the decision game.
They're just messing with us.
Well, this is good, though. Now we know no one's died so far.
So far. You make it sound like somebody will die at some point.
Isn't that obvious? We're all human.
Ah!
Oh, come on. There's no way I'm dying of old age here.
Oh, but I guess the vote at 1330 went really well.
Sounds like everyone spread the votes out.
Wait, forget that for now. Look at your bracelets.
0003?
Not exactly a Happy New Year kind of mood, is it?
Yeah, there's nothing to be happy about.
There is! The death count is 0. That's plenty to be happy over.
Sure.
That being said, how about a celebratory shot?
That doggo.
Do you need to rub it in?
Oh, that's right. You're still a minor.
That's not what I meant at all.
His head. He's got a giant metal orb on his head, remember?
Oh, that thing. Well, don't you have some sort of mouth part to open?
No.
Why are you still offering
Of
alcohol?
course I don't. If it opened, it would have done that a long... It's open.
Huh?
Look, the box. The force quit box.
Oh my god. Doggo, seriously.
Let's check it out.
I saw a shadow again. Ah, roof. My dog's been
Why
put into
is
my
it
room.
open?
He's being naughty.
And what's up with this weird device?
Huh, something's displayed on the monitor here.
It says, to execute the force quit program, the central control computer must be booted.
Central control computer?
What if... Maybe it's...
Hey! Where are you going?
See, why can't we see him there? Probably because he's hiding under the railing because of how small his wheelchair is.
We're in...
the quantum computer dome. The computers in here govern all the functions that run within the shelter.
Why do you know that?
I can't really tell you why, because I don't know.
What?
Anyway, I think they mean this when they say central control computer.
So, what about that thing?
Wait, I feel like I'm remembering something.
They're both like, the fuck?
I know.
Know what?
The way you start up the system. First, we need to get the cover off. There's no way we can insert the plug if we don't.
The plug?
Please,
Oh,
just shh.
Wait, I have to do
I
the
think
code
The
again?
number is...
Didn't I do this last time, or... I like it's how, oh, make your choice. It's like, What about the point of this? Is the code specific at all? Like, the numbers? Or it's just like, meh. Just random numbers that they decide to pick?
Ah, it opened!
Now all we have to do is insert the plug here.
So where is this plug?
I think... if we input the right numbers here...
What?
Wait. What do numbers for your head have anything to do with the plug for this?
I should just do it. You might get it then.
Stop avoiding the question!
Do
I'm not sure if the
even
code
know
has a
what
meaning in
should
this
go
game, but the
there?
ones in VLR do. Okay. Oh my gosh, my doggo.
The numbers are,
I just love how it says time to decide doing this code, and it's like, what do you mean? I already know. It's like, why would I back out from a choice like this? Probably wouldn't let you anyway. I'd love to try and Google if these codes have a meaning. Because we do them so much.
Are you kidding me? You're... Ah!
Eric, it's been an hour. Would you just get used to it already?
How
Okay.
can I? I mean, it's...
You're near the leader. The
it's a
Viking was easily
robot.
startled.
For real? Could you maybe do something about it?
That better?
is this better?
Yeah. Now the shape brings out your eyes.
So this doesn't freak you out or anything at all?
I could say the same to you.
Well, not much phases me. I'm just not that type. You could have been
Bitch
a Martian
knows.
for all I care.
Yeah.
Bitch
I
knows,
was
if she's not
surprised
surprised.
when I first found out. I thought my heart was in my throat.
You don't have a heart.
Hey, hold on. Did you say when you first found out?
I meant, it happened to me before. In the past. In another history.
Another?
I'm guessing
I
that's his shadow
remembered
there as well.
Everything. When I saw what I looked like earlier.
We still need to know who killed her. In the
You
histories.
see, my brain isn't located in this head. My thought center is there, inside the quantum computer. That is where I think, perceive, and send command signals to this body. For example, when I raise my hand like this, it's simply receiving a command. Just like a remote-controlled toy. Did you know?
Oh, it was
Quantum
Delta?
state
Oh yeah, it
is
was the
one
scratch
where
mark.
all
Sorry.
possibilities
I
overlap
completely forgot.
and coexist. This
My
quantum
apologies.
computer then is able to use this state and run, say, simulations A, B, and C simultaneously. Basically, My brain is an infinite number of worlds and possibilities. So I can use that framework and, well, jump between other histories.
Oh, there's no way.
That I could do that? But
Don't see a
it's
shadow there.
possible that you two might be undergoing the same thing. There's a
See,
theory.
he's not there at all there.
Human consciousness may be a result of quantum effects in the brain. It's called quantum mind. It's more or less suggesting a human brain is a form of quantum computer.
Where's he
If
there
a
then?
specific set of conditions are met, then you too can.
Jump to other histories?
Hey, maybe we can find a history where, I don't know, you live.
This sounds like crazy talk.
You don't believe me?
Of course not.
Oh, I don't blame you. I guess I should explain everything then.
Please? Start at the beginning.
Before I begin, I need to do one little thing.
At this point, they probably left him behind because Sean remember who he was from other timelines. Yeah. Alright. Oh, he actually has to do it. His socks have a kind of interesting meaning as well with the turn off and like the off and on button.
What did you just do?
Just a little something.
How does he talk? That's what I want to know.
Nothing changed. Huh.
That we can see. But it looks like the message changed.
Yes, I started up the system earlier.
It says force quit program on standby. To initiate, 2 key items must be set. What does that even mean?
Wait, it seems like there's something else.
The key items are...
A mother's mementos?
I wonder what those could be.
Wait, go back. I want to see it again.
So, this is saying we need to
Think
find them?
Does that mean they're hidden around here somewhere?
Even if that's true, I don't think we have the time.
Damn. Guess our time's up.
We're gonna forget. Hey, Delta.
Now it is time for you to sleep. When next you wake, know you will have no memory of these past 90 minutes. Pleasant dreams.
I didn't see a shadow there either, but maybe he disappeared at that point. Alright, that one's done. That one's easy to do. Now we gotta do D teams. That one? Yes, I think it's this one. This one's short. It's only got 3 things. Alright. Hello, humans.
Now announcing the current casualties. Presently, there are none. Please continue enjoying the decision game.
Hey, excuse me, but could we maybe call a cab?
I love you,
We
Sigma.
have a lost child here.
Who are you talking about?
Well, best to get her home soon. Her mother must be worried. And
You know better than anyone that I don't have one.
Yes, you do.
good God.
0003?
That's probably my favorite line that Sigma's ever done.
No longer 2000.
That just that those 2 lines. That was fantastic.
2029.
That was perfect.
Our memories end after we voted at 1330.
Now we're stuck with a 10-hour blank gap.
But were we really asleep that whole time?
We might have woken up several times since then, but we've only forgotten about it.
Because of the drugs.
Fine, I can't look at you the same way again.
Box.
Box?
The Force Quit box.
It open. At least I don't think I can. I'm very sus on it.
Why is it open?
No idea.
There's text displayed on the monitor.
Force quit program on standby. To initiate, 2 key items must be set. How about that?
Wait, think there's more to the message.
Each is a mother's memento. A mother's memento?
Diana, does any of that ring a bell for you?
No!
Hey.
Can we call Sigma's voice actor Daddy Mercer now? I already do!
My head!
I already do! I call him that in Dead by Daylight.
That can't be.
Yeah, now she...
What is it?
Did you remember something?
But if that's true...
Let me just have a moment here because I want to be really funny. She's gonna be like, I had sex with you, and I made 2 babies. Go look at Sigma and said, we slept together. And Fire's gonna be like, the fuck? I know one of them. I don't know the other one though. I have to decide. Enter key items. I know one of them will be the Fire's thing. I think anyway. I don't know if there's an actual name for it. I actually wouldn't really know the name specifically for these. And the other one I'm guessing would be the birdcage, or like the music box. Does music box fit? M-U-S-I-C. No, music box doesn't fit. I'm guessing it has to fill them completely. You got the brooch and the bluebird. Oh, okay, thanks. I wasn't sure what exactly they were. At least I knew what they were, I just didn't know the actual names for them. I typed them in right? Because I know it was like the bird cage. I'm just like, I know it's a bird cage. I know there's a bird in it, but that doesn't fit. And the breach is obviously Fire's thing. She's gonna take it off and be like, the fuck? I think it's good that, because if I did this on my own, I'd probably pick these first. Go for it? Alright. I'm glad that we're doing these like in order, because it just makes a lot more sense for certain things that we've already seen. I can't with that. No! Oh, here we go. God damn it, not this music.
Diana?
What's gotten into you?
Fi. No! Fi!
The Sigma's like, Oh, now they all remembered.
What? No. Diana, you're...
Oh, here we go. So it is true, okay. I had the hunch. I'm not dumb. I could put two and two together, but I was a little worried.
Sigma.
You don't have to say anything.
That's kind of cute. But...
This is enough for now.
This is cute, but we need to remember that Sigma's consciousness is an old man. So I guess you could say that she slept with an old man. Let's just move on from that. Okay? This is sweet. This is sweet. So I think the next question is, how is Delta gotten older and Phi hasn't? Bigger on the inside is my achievement. Successfully activate the force quit box. Okay. But yeah, that will be my next question. It's like, okay, so we know that Phi is confirmed. I had a feeling, but then I was like, well, this is Zero Escape. They might fuck me over with this. But I'm not dumb. You see a name Phi, we've seen a Phi. I think the two main questions I have now is if they're naming their child Phi, and that is their child, then what exactly happened before that then? Because they were like, oh, Phi, and they're sad, they're crying, because, you know, Phi was missing, but it was said that she's passed on, so they named the child after Phi, and they have her amulet, so I'm not really sure. I'm hoping they answer that, but that's probably one of the biggest questions I have, and the other one, obviously, is how is Delta older and Phi isn't? So I guess we'll see. We'll see what they have to do with that. Next up, choose any of the three teams and pick the fragment that has them standing together. Oh, that's cute. Well, I'm going to pick this one because my favorite character is Carlos. I have now officially posted that on Discord that he's my favorite. Okay. Have we really done all these? Really? We haven't done that one. That one's locked. We can't be done yet, surely. Surely. Alright, let's just do this one. They're somewhere else, so... This is weird that they're all together. Okay, let's just go. They're all probably looking at Delta or something. It's like, my son! What are you doing, my guy? Hi, Scoob. Final decision. Oh, God. I know, Scoob. You want to go out, but you can't. You're being told to sit in here for a bit. Bruh!
I knew it! Looks like the memories we regained are true after all.
The three wards were all in the same place.
Mm-hmm.
Then...
Wait, how do they all end up together? You know what? I don't need to ask.
Carlos!
Oh, there we go.
Akane. Junpei.
Hi, besties.
And Mira, and Eric.
And you're Sean, right?
Carlos, what happened?
I was accused of beating. Proof of friendship!
Anyway, what are you guys doing here?
According to the schedule, the C team and Q team should both still be asleep.
They're special.
We took a page out of your book and did what you did. We used the cards to keep the bracelet needle from injecting us.
So, does that mean?
Yeah. I remember everything.
I do too.
I was beating the fuck out of.
And I as well.
Over the past few hours, we got back the memories we forgot.
Well, to be more accurate, It's more like we accessed the morphogenetic field and downloaded all of them.
Downloaded.
Then you have the other histories memories too?
Yes.
Then you're like us.
But why?
Hold up. Eric and I are different.
Yeah. We didn't gain memories from other histories.
You're not special.
Then
That's
neither
why.
of you got injected?
No, we're the same as Carlos and the others.
I told them.
That's simple.
Maybe I'll start from the beginning. First, so I could run the program in the Force Quit box, I accessed the central control computer. Then, I briefly turned off the communication network. That way, I stopped the surveillance cameras from sending any data to Zero. I didn't want Zero to catch on to what we were doing.
Smart.
And that's when Sean let us in on the truth of what's going on here.
We went over to the transporter room and picked up 2 cards. Before the injection, we each slipped one between our wrist and bracelet.
It's very smart.
Okay.
You know, the other 2 games could have
Now
done
you
something
two
like
make
that.
sense. But
They're not
what
special,
about
though.
you, Sean?
Well, you probably already know, but I'm a robot. Being injected does nothing to me.
Then
Every time the time limit approached, I was forced to go into sleep mode. Then my memories from the previous 90 minutes were deleted. I didn't want that to happen, so... You remember me saying I accessed the computer? Well, I hacked my own system too.
Jesus Christ.
He said he managed to cancel the force sleep and delete functions.
What about C-Team then?
We couldn't interrupt the surveillance cameras, so we had to be sneaky instead.
First,
Sneaky.
Carlos pushed me down and climbed on top of me.
He what? It was just an act. I was only pretending to do it.
Carlos used that moment to whisper in my ear. He said to go to the transporter room and grab the cards in there.
Hello, Sigma's like, what?
But if I just let her go like that, it looks suspicious. So Junpei and I stayed behind to get Zero's undivided attention.
Yeah, Junpei's like embarrassed.
I casually invited Junpei to the power room.
And let you beat him up.
You can see the result of our conversation.
You should have told me what was up.
If I had, then Zero would have figured it out.
Mm-hmm.
You look like you'd be a crap actor.
And after that?
We met Akane in the lounge. We hid from the cameras and each got a card from her.
Sorry, but could I get confirmation on something? Everyone knows what all happened in the other histories, right?
Mm-hmm.
Even
Yep.
you, Mira and Eric?
Didn't Eric say so earlier? Sean told us everything.
Yeah, but they don't remember.
But wait. Why?
Why what?
Why do we know about the other histories?
Because you're all special!
probably-
You want to know?
Here he is. Hello. He's got a gun. Here comes the boy.
Or maybe it's actually Zero.
He's far too
You are free
tall.
to call me by my given name.
Chrissy
which
came
is
just joined. What's
Delta.
going on? We're playing Zero Escape, Omar. Welcome
There's
in.
no need to look so threatening. You were the one who named me, Diana.
They're all like, what?
It doesn't matter. I shall answer your question. Carlos, Akane, Junpei, Diana, Vi, and Sigma. All 6 of you know that you are shifters, correct?
Oh, Diane does one as well, is she? Okay. I never really saw a shift,
Think
so...
back on your path to this very moment. Did you arrive in this history by
My God, these
following
things ever be
a
simple enough to just
normal
explain.
flow of
Because
time?
Zero Escape hates us.
No, of course you didn't. You jumped in from another history using your shift
Sorry, my
abilities.
bad. No, you're all good.
And it wasn't just this once. You have been shifting back and forth many, many times. From one point in space-time to another. You boldly took chances. Much like jumping from one tree branch to another. You have forgotten that fact, perhaps as a result of the medicine, or as one of the side effects of shifting.
But shifting, normally you're under,
Regardless,
like,
your
threat.
memories
And
have
not
been
all,
kept
every
firmly
time they were under
intact.
threat, so, I don't know.
Within the morphogenetic field.
It always,
It
it always
is
comes
simply
back to
that
the
six
morphogenic
of
field.
you regained the memories of those times. One small trigger, and the levee preventing you from remembering collapsed.
Can I point out, in the first game, it was just Akane and Junpei, and I was like, wow, this must be a rare thing. And then they brought in Sigma and Phi, and I'm like, oh, okay, so there's more. Now they've got 6. At this point, it's just anyone can be special at this point, except for
Sean
Eric and Mira.
is a similar case.
Eric and Mira are just
However,
different.
His thought center is located within the quantum computer, so I suppose it's slightly different from you.
What about me and Mira?
Yeah, Snake, Clover, and
You are
Santa could.
both
Yeah, they all could.
In that we do not have
It's
the ability
just-
to shift.
You don't?
I have another power instead. The power to mind hack.
Mind hack?
Mind hack?
What did you do?
I am able to read other people's minds.
Oh, that's cool.
I know the thoughts and ideas that go through their heads. That's why I know exactly what Phi is trying to do right now. Step away from that device, Phi.
Then, when we blocked the injection,
I saw through your ruse.
Then why did you...
I wanted all of you to play the final decision game.
The final decision game?
I find human decisions fascinating. More specifically, the world branching that occurs as a result. I already mentioned that I am unable to shift.
How's it feel that your sister can and you can't?
After looking inside millions of minds, I learned one thing. There are people in this world with the ability to jump between histories. That shifters exist.
Must be a few.
Hence why I know so much about these parallel worlds.
What was with his
You
eyes
did all
again?
this?
Did he answer that? Because I forgot.
Because you were curious?
When a person does something significant,
This guy sounds like an AI.
difficult to
Unfortunately,
boil
he
the
is not.
reason
He is
down to
completely
one
human.
word.
At least I think he is. I know his
The
eyes are
motives are often
different, but
very complex.
as far as I know, he's a human.
It is the same now. To fulfill several objectives,
In this world,
it was necessary
people are a
to
bit
trap
special.
all of you in here.
So why did you
I think
do
he's
it?
selectively blind, where he can only see with those
You want
glasses.
to
Okay.
know? It is so you give birth to Phi and myself, Diana.
Those three are like, what?
What do you mean?
Phi and I are the children of Diana and Sigma.
Phi is...
Wait. They're children?
November
Yeah.
16th, 2029. Phi and I were born in this shelter.
They're a bit special.
This was another history, of course.
Mm. Okay, this is too convoluted. I know!
Shortly
You need to see everything else
data
to
that
understand
makes up
what's
our
going on.
bodies was transported to April 1904.
I still need to know why she's
Transporter
younger.
was located in a German research facility at that time.
Oh,
Our
God.
bodies reconstructed and regenerated in the export pods at that facility.
But that would mean you're actually...
I'm 124.
Holy moly!
You're joking.
But
Same.
Phi is...
Younger.
A German researcher sent her to 2008.
Whoa.
Records indicate that she was part of an experiment.
Wow.
You're saying Phi jumped back in time from 2029 to the year 1904, and then forward again to 2008?
That's why she's
What
younger.
was sent both times was simply the data makeup of Phi's body.
So I guess you could say...
I
I don't know.
heard that in 2008, the device was being studied in an American facility.
That's when an old couple who were researchers took me in.
This is a good song. I think
We've gone
this
off
might be my
topic.
favorite song, piece of music.
Yes, that was one of the major goals.
So is that why
Everything
she's
occurred here
younger?
helped create Phi and myself. And when I say that, I am including all of the other histories. If I hadn't trapped the group of you here, then Phi and I would have never been born in our current forms.
Your current forms?
Sean,
Hold on, let me read what Paul just said. Two things are implied from that statement. That Phi's mother was the original 1904 Phi, and the transporter was how Delta made the Myrmidons. What do you mean by Phi's mother was the original 1904 Phi? Can you explain that with a bit simpler for me?
you should already know about epigenetics. You see, environmental factors determine which switches are activated within the genetic code. Reproductive cells are the same.
He just kept transferring Lift's DNA
Or
over and
perhaps
over
I should
again,
say
and 1904
that
raised
the reproductive
the
cells
2008
are
Phi.
the ones
I
most
see, okay.
affected.
Oh, I get it.
Wow, they must have been really old
That's
then.
why you made Diana and Sigma play the decision game.
What do you mean?
By backing them into a crisis situation,
So that they could
caused
sleep together.
an epigenetic change within their reproductive cells.
That's lovely!
I think that's why their children were born with unique powers.
Gold Star. This is the reason I have my mind-hacking abilities. Phi was affected as well. You were born a shifter.
That's why she... Can you tell me why she can fly, though?
DT, do you recall what was written on your wall?
I don't remember, actually. It's been a while.
When curious hate oozes calamity.
And rearranging the letters gives you...
No way. What you choose can materialize us.
Our decisions will bring you to life.
That
Interesting.
is why the decision games were held.
So that you
So
could be
that the
born?
Phi and me, here and now, would materialize exactly the
poor
way
girl.
we are.
This is... That kind of reminds me of the first game a little bit. Basically saying, oh, I needed Junpei to play this game so that, like, for Akane, this is Akane's words, I needed Junpei to play this game so that I could live, I guess you could say. So, the flight was a result of moon gravity. Ah, that ruins the fun! But no one else could do it!
Okay, So I
All
get why
three
you had to
zeros
have
did,
Diana
did
and
the
Sigma
game so
go
that they'd be
through
able to
life
protect
or
their own
death
existences.
decisions.
Okay.
But the rest of us had nothing to do with.
Oh no,
I
Junpei
already
Nakane
told you.
especially did.
My motives.
Junpei Nakane definitely had reasons to be here.
Wait, there's more?
Yeah. There's heaps more. For, like, VLR. Oh, Five's lost it.
You goddamn old man!
Fine, no!
He's gonna shoot you. Oh, right in the face! Kick your brother! Nice! Five's pissed! That was great. Applaud. That's our son! Eric, don't do that, please. I'm sick of you holding a gun.
Over.
You may be right.
How did you know she wasn't gonna do that?
Diana, take this. Put it in. Your bluebird, too.
It's ready.
Verified. Key items were set. Executing Force Quit program. 10 minutes until explosion.
Oh, great! Great, 10 minutes. We love that. Thank you.
What?
Oh no!
The hell? What is this?
Nice laugh.
Hey, answer me!
Who's his voice actor, by the way, Paul? Who's Delta's voice
Must I
actor?
explain? This shelter will soon explode. You've worked so hard, only to turn on this facility's self-destruct mechanism.
Sean, access the central control computer.
It's no use.
DC Douglas. I don't
Once the
recognize that
Force
name,
Quit
but
program has
I
been
like his voice.
activated, there is no possible way for you to reverse it.
Then what can we do?
I will tell you two good things.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it.
First, I suggest checking behind the bar counter.
Oh.
What?
No!
What?
Why would you?
What is it?
Gab. Gab's been.
No! Okay.
Kill Gab?
Actually kill him. No, fuck that guy.
Yes, with the shotgun you're holding.
No.
There wasn't much life left in him anyway.
No, kill him. Kill him. I don't even care. Get rid of him.
I never expected to hear that coming from you, Sean.
Nah, fuck Delta at this point.
So what's the
Any
other
dog
thing?
killer, I'm done with you. Get out of here.
You had two things to tell us.
Get out.
I have the ability to mind hack,
We know.
I already know that.
but I've not told you everything about it. Reading other people's thoughts.
I don't want to hear about him anymore. I don't want to hear him speak anymore.
Do with mind hacking. It only lasts a moment, but I am able to control someone's body as
Oh,
I
yeah.
wish.
That's why everyone were able to do certain things.
This.
Turn it, shoot him in the face. You just killed yourself. Good. Get out of here. I'm done with you. But why'd you do that for? Eric's like,
Eric, why?
No, for real, my finger just...
Mind hacking.
Understand now. This is my power.
I call a bluff. He looks pretty
So,
dead.
Let's begin. Your final decision game.
I'm gonna fuck this up.
You have two choices. One, to stay here and wait to die. The other is... The other...
Oh, he's dead. I guess we pick the other.
Hey, what's the other option?
I love you,
What's
Junpei.
the other option?
Junpei's like, fuck everything else. Oh, your son's dead. I'm so late! Cat! You're gonna, like, No. Pause the game. No. Cat, you can't see any of this. Cat, you're so behind. You know, I think I should just ruin spoilers. You know what? Paul, I'm sorry, but I'm going to ruin everything. Hey, no, actually, I'm going to say one thing. Hey, Cat. Zero's brother. If you remember who brother is. Oh! Okay, Paul, can I say something? Can I explain a little bit and then you can go into more detail? Can I have that permission, please, Paul? I would love if I could have that permission before we continue. Smiley face, Kit Kat. Go for it. Okay, I won't explain everything because I don't remember everything, but I'll give you one of the... You remember I sent you a message saying, oh, we saw something, and it made me go, eh? That was because... Oh, boy. So, there was an ending, if you remember, of Junpei's... We saw Junpei's head. And let's say Akane may have killed Carlos. Q-Team's already dead at this point, by the way. Akane leaves. D-Team wakes up, and Fi's gone missing. It's confirmed that she's dead. She's dead. Whatever, she burnt in an incinerator. So now... They find this transporter room that have these pods that are able to move them into another history, I guess you could say. But only 2 people can go in them. Diana and Sigma decide to go in them. Now, we had 2 outlines. One that the pods worked, one that didn't work. We first chose the one that didn't work. They came out and they were just like, what the fuck's going on? They were told that you have to wait another 10 months for the pods to work again. So during that time, they couldn't get out because Akane already left. The door ain't going to open again. So Diana and Sigma were like, well, we're just going to have to stay here until the pods redo again. They don't have enough food, don't worry. After the first couple of weeks, they were like, this is so... They were in that room where the walls all changed to like a sky, forest, blah, blah, if you remember that. And Diana was like, wow... This is so peaceful. But then after a while, Diana started to switch. She started losing her mind a little bit, which I don't blame her. I would have too. She started going a bit crazy, saying how she's sick of this, she's done, she wants to get out. Sigma actually reveals, hey, I actually know why you're here. You're here because of your ex-husband, because he bashed you and stalked you. So you thought the only way to escape him was to come here. And Diana's like, how the fuck do you know this? And he's just like, well, and then she slaps him. After a bit, she starts drinking excessively. And she asks Sigma to sleep with her. Sigma's like, you're crazy, you're insane. And she's saying a bunch of bull crap. He slaps her to slap some sense into her. First, I was like, that's pushing a bit. She runs off crying and he runs after her. And he's apologizing, saying how sorry he is for doing that and how he understands how she's feeling. They then have a moment. They sleep together. And Diana becomes pregnant. She then has twins. They decide, let's put the babies in the pods. And before they go, let's name our children. They have a boy, in which they decide to name him Delta, after the Greek name, whatever. And they have a girl, and they name her Phi. Just wait for it. Just want to wait for it. I just want to see Kat's reaction. I think you can figure out from there, Kat. Who fired? No! Cat, don't worry. I walked out the room. I was done. That's funny. So then, they leave the kids with two valuable things. They left Delta with the blue bird, the bird cage with the blue bird in it, if you remember from VLR. And they leave Phi with the little amulet that she has, that she says that her mother gave her. And at the back it said something, whatever. And they put them in the pod. And they transport the kids back to 1904. We do see, Delta actually is Zero. So, I'll get that as well. Brother, real name is Delta. So, Zero is Sigma's son. And we're now in the year 2029. He's 124 years old. It's that timeline bullshit. What about Dio? I haven't seen anything involving Dio yet. I'm guessing we're going to see that shortly, Paul. I guess we'll find out soon. But anyway, let me keep going. So then I asked, well, how is Dio is just a version of Left's DNA that was transported to the VLR timeline. Yes, thank you, Paul. Thank you so much. Okay, so anyway, let me continue. I was on a roll. Okay, so Phi and Delta were transported to 1904. Delta just explained how he stayed in that timeline, but this German facility that had the pods decided to transport Phi to 2008. So that's why she's a lot younger than everyone else. But now we now know that currently, well, in this game, there's 6 shifters in the room. If you also count Snake, Clover, and Santa, that makes 9? I think it's 9. So yeah. There's 9 shifters that we know. Delta, for some reason, even though he's a twin, does not have the shifter thing. He actually can mind hack. He can read people's minds. He can make people do, he can control people's bodies for a moment. In which what he just did, he just went, poof, poof. He made Eric shoot him. And now Delta's dead. Also, Q and Sean were separate people, and Q had 4 people in it. Yeah, that was the next thing I was going to bring up, Paul. So, I hate to tell you this, Kat, but Q is not Q. They did this weird thing where Delta was there the whole time. He was actually Q. They just never kind of showed. So Q has DID. No. Sean is that kid. He was never called Q, ever. When they would call someone Q, it was Delta. We just saw, it was just sort of an off-screen sort of thing. I actually saw some of his shadow a few times, and we were probably looking through his eyes as well. So that's why we never saw him. So Q team is Delta's team. It's actually not Sean's team. So it's a situation where, he was like, I was here the whole time sort of thing. You just never saw me sort of scenario. So, yeah. I think I explained the biggest things that happened in the past couple of streams. Did I, Paul? If I've forgotten anything else, please start typing it out, Paul. I don't get any of this, but okay. I know, I'm sorry, Omar. You need to see the other 2 games to understand way more of this. Which meant that when Q-Team was executed, they mentioned the deaths of Delta, Mira, and Eric, since Sean can't die. Yeah, because Sean's a robot. So, yeah. Also, Akane and Junpei were able to be in VLR because they were transported into the VLR history. Yeah. So, Kat, remember when we were freaking out when Mochi told us, oh, but isn't Zero Time Dilemma supposed to prevent VLR to happen? I think we can ease ourselves into it a bit more because it's like another timeline sort of thing. So, I think we can calm down from that. But, yeah, I think I explained the big things. The dog's dead, by the way. Delta killed him. So the minute I saw that, I was like, take Delta out. Anyone that takes a dog out can die. So I was like, get out of here. Not Gab, I know. He's like, he's like, I have 2 good things to tell you. Look behind the counter, the dog's dead. And I was like, why is that a good thing? Why? Get out of here. And the other thing was like, I can mind hack, I can control people's bodies, I can do this, bang bang, and Delta's now dead. So, I'm not a dog lover, but the dog is such a help. I know! He was everywhere. But anyway, we're about to do the final decision. Oh yeah. And Mira killed Junpei in the history with his body parts, as well as Eric's mother. She was murdered in the D-Team is Dead timelines by Delta as revenge for being the Heart Ripper. Yeah, the Heart Ripper story, if you remember, that's Mira. Also, there was a story that Delta brought up, because he's Zero. There was a story about a man that he did a crime that he didn't commit. He was sentenced to death. And his wife was such in grief that she killed herself. That was Akane's parents. It was revealed. And she's like, no way, that's not true. And he's just like, oh, I guess you never knew. It's like, if they didn't die, whatever happened to you wouldn't have happened. You wouldn't have been kidnapped 10 years ago. You wouldn't have done the escape game 1 year ago. So basically, I guess you could say, thanks Akane's parents for the reason of all of this. They were also only in the ward, when one ward the whole time, just awake at different times due to bracelets having time delays and sleeping drugs. Delta's reason for releasing Radical 6 was to try and kill a religious fanatic that was trying to destroy the world, and thus he chose to kill 6 billion people over total destruction. Yeah! So yeah, we're about to do the final decision, which, funny enough, Delta's like, you can either wait here and die, or... and then dies. And now Junpei's shaking him, going, oi! What's the other one? Mira was sort of working with Delta, just without specific orders, so she killed D-Team in the blue button timeline. So, sounds a lot like... I guess you can say that. He's pretty evil. Sounds like people need to slow down with all the high-tech stuff is the only thing I'm learning. Sounds about right. But anyway, I'm going to get to the timeline. I'm going to get to this final decision. We can talk more about this once I'm done. But I just thought I'd catch you up at that, Cat, so when you saw them talking about stuff, you go, WTF. That's like the 2 main things I wanted to tell you. Who Phi and Delta were, and whatever, everything else. Mira also never lost her memories during the injections, and that's how she remembered what Radical 6 was when injecting Phi with it. Yeah. Anyway, you're all good, Cat.
5 minutes until explosion.
Oh, what the fuck?
Well, what should we do?
Oh yeah, Sorry, I better explain this. Carlos is beaten up because he had to inflict a fake rape. It didn't actually happen. He just pinned Akane down and just whispered something into her ear to tell her to go do something and caused a distraction with the security cameras, which being Junpei beating up Carlos, which I thought was great. This is why Carlos is my favorite character. He is so clever.
And how exactly should we open it?
Oh, we don't have
Unless
X passes.
6 people die, it's gonna stay closed. Or should we start killing each other now?
What are we, Danganronpa?
Mira?
Junpei is like almost T-pose.
I have an idea.
Yeah, you don't. I don't like your ideas.
We're going to shift, all of us, together.
Hey, hold on. Like jumping to another history?
What about those 2? They can't shift.
Eric and I...
I'm sure it will be fine.
What?
Remember what I said? Human consciousness may be a result of quantum effects in the brain.
Oh, yeah. You said if certain conditions are met, we can also...
What are the conditions?
Dying.
First, you need to be exposed to danger. And
we are in danger.
Is...
to be in the vicinity of a group of shifters.
Oh, so they'll be fine.
I get it.
There's 6 of them.
Resonate, and then Mira and Eric can...
But which history are we going to jump to?
One that you're
None
all
of the
still
similar
alive.
Histories will work. One team is likely to be dead after the vote.
And we can't shift if there are no bodies for us to jump to, right?
Then we need to jump to where all of us are alive.
Before anything
We're
happened.
all alive.
How about that? Before the vote.
Do you mean...
Yeah, that! The coin jump! The coin, I was just like, that!
The history, where we won the coin toss.
That one! Whoa, we're getting back to that ending? That was like the first ending we get, and we won. GG's. That's a big history jump.
I'm not sure I get it all.
Yeah, when I successfully voted red, you did.
There's no way we could do that.
Cat's like, GG's.
Shift isn't simply jumping into bodies in different histories.
Our consciousnesses swap places. Ours for theirs.
We'll be forcing our other selves into these bodies, and they'll die without knowing why.
That's a bit fucked.
Yeah? And what's wrong with that?
What?
Well, they're all living without a care off in another history, yeah? One time, they do the coin toss once and win? Don't you think that's unfair?
The others are dying
Mira,
too.
You're saying they, but we're talking about ourselves here.
Well, we should consider if those people really are us.
Good point. If we assume that we here are the true versions, then the us in the other history are essentially strangers.
Even more of a reason not to.
If we shift to that history, then we're tossing
You guys
the
have
others under the
3
bus to
minutes, by
save
the way.
ourselves.
The us in that history have done nothing wrong.
Oh, you guys are such pacifists.
The only thing they did was win at a coin toss.
Would you guys do
You
this?
could say the same for us. The only thing we did was lose a coin toss. Even so, we've had to go through so much shit. We've been forced to put our lives on the line.
Go, Junpei.
Besides, aren't the bodies in the other histories ours
You dropped your crown,
anyway?
King.
Then why
Seems
should we
unfair.
second-guess
Sure,
ourselves?
but do you want to die from an explosion or try and escape it by just jumping to another history? I hate to say it, but I'd probably do it. I'd probably do it, even though it's unfair. We're gonna have to.
We have two choices.
Die
We
here.
can stay here and wait for our deaths, or survive by sacrificing our other selves in another history.
We kind of don't have a choice.
That's
We're-
what that bastard meant. The final decision game.
There he is. He dead. Thanks. Everyone say hi to Sigma's son. Well, this is an easy answer, right? Oh shit. Oh shit. Yeah. What other choice do I have? I'm probably gonna. What other choice do I have? Thanks, game. Akane said in VLR that it was Sigma's jump to prevent Radical 6 from spreading, and yet he's objecting to the answer? I know, right? God damn it. Sigma's just a beautiful... Well, I mean, great job, Peggle, you did it! Yay! I picked the correct one! I feel like in this case, we have to also remember that this is Sigma's consciousness swapped, so I guess Old Man Sigma is just really pacifist. Yeah, by the way, Kat, you know how I said that Diana and Sigma slept together? She basically slept with an old man. Get that out of your... Get that in your head. Right, I'm guessing we just pick whoever? Well, I mean, she did turn into an alcoholic. What am I doing? Did I win? Oh. Is this it? There's some foreshadowing to that moment earlier when Sigma says to Phi, your parents must have been real characters. He and Diana are being filmed. Yeah, they really are characters. Go for it. All right. Are you guys ready? Okay, Paul's... I know Paul's ready. Kat, are you ready for this? Remember when you went GG's? That you won this game for us? Are you ready to... You ready for this? I'm ready. Alright. Let's do it. Let's do this. Payoff 2. I'm so ready for this. I love winning. Who doesn't? Here we are. They did it.
Damn, I can't remember anything.
Me neither.
Neither can I.
It somehow feels like I'm in a bet with someone, but...
Someone?
What kind of bet?
Did we all forget what happened?
You won't in a minute.
Hey, could I ask all of you something? Who is this kid?
And that's how it ended. I believe. Here we go. That's how it ended. So, now they're gonna remember. Some people sleep in weird ways. Especially Sigma. Sigma's like that. That's a mood. Carlos, my darling. The kid.
Did we do it?
I believe so, yes.
We're not wearing the bracelets, so I don't know the time. But
it's 12:06.
Judging by the position of the sun, it's probably noonish.
And the date?
How would I know?
Hey, Mira. Eric. Do you remember me?
Yeah.
I definitely remember you.
It's your child at this point.
You really did.
Oh, it must have worked.
Life is unfair.
Oh, there he is.
Don't you think?
The dog's alive. Okay, at least we can say, don't you hurt that dog. Don't you hurt that dog.
Years ago, a snail traveled down a narrow
Oh
path.
no, are they about to reveal this story?
If that snail hadn't been there, perhaps all of you here would have lived a completely different life. Than
Who's
you
the
did.
snail?
Just one small snail. And everyone's lives.
I still can't get over this animation.
Word.
I don't know. I've gotten used to it now, so I
So,
can't see the other
what's
games
the big
doing
deal?
it. I kind of.
Would you just quit
I just wish
talking nonsense?
some of the designs are a little different, like Junpei, for example. Doggy! You protect that dog with your life.
I'm so glad you were safe.
You protect that dog with your life.
Of course we were. You all have shifted in from another history.
Whatever. We gotta call the cops.
And
Why?
What exactly will that accomplish?
Yeah, my point
Isn't
exactly.
it obvious? We're throwing you in the slammer.
Go join
And
Ace.
My crime.
Yeah,
Murder.
Murder?
Murder?
Where?
I see. But I haven't killed
Yeah.
anyone.
Where?
Specifically, in this history, not a single person has.
I was gonna say kidnapping, but they all came here in their own free will, so
But in the other histories, you...
no
Did
one.
you not pay attention? I don't have the ability to shift. The only reason I know anything of those histories is because I mind-hacked you. In effect, the me you know is a different person than the one before you.
I
Can
wonder
be
why he
charged
can't.
for killing someone in another history?
No.
So, then I'd say this world would be full of criminals of all kinds.
Oh yeah, I can count 3 of them here. 4 actually.
Yeah. I'm betting this history's got a bunch of dangerous machines and gimmicks all over the shelter.
Unfortunately, I have removed them all.
Well, aren't you smart?
You've slept for quite a while. Nothing is left in the shelter. No transporter, no quantum computer. Loaded into a truck and taken away. Sean is able to move right now due to radio signals received from a satellite. Why? Aren't you happy? I say again, in this history, not a single person has died.
Yeah, but they've also
exist, and there will never be an outbreak of Radical 6. There is only a bright future ahead.
Yeah, but you're still like, you could do this again.
Is this not what you'd call a happy end?
I don't know.
But according to you, all of mankind will die if time passes and nothing is done.
A religious fanatic, a terrorist attack that sparks a nuclear war.
I heard this story. You said you released Radical 6 so that you could kill that person.
The me before you did not say that, but I can't deny it's true.
Radical 6 won't spread throughout the world in this history.
That means that fanatic guy won't die.
Wait, so now humans will go extinct?
Hey, where's that happy future you mentioned?
Interesting. Does that make you angry, Fi?
What?
If so, then we have a serious contradiction.
We do.
I had prepared a future in another history where 2 billion would survive. But yet, you decided to jump to this history.
Well, there's no other one.
You chose a future where humanity goes extinct. Over 6 billion dead.
So, did I buck up?
No, you're wrong, Delta. Nothing in the future has been determined yet.
That's true.
We'll shape the future with our own hands.
Ah, best boy!
Huh. You said something I can get behind, Carlos.
I think so too.
I agree.
Okay, me too.
Mira's like,
Mira.
thumbs up.
You're right. The future has infinite possibilities.
If we work together, we can accomplish anything.
Humanity's gonna die out? Screw that.
We'll definitely change that
My God.
horrible future.
It's like the power of friendship. So, hey guys, who do we think's more insane?
What's so
This guy
funny?
or Ace?
Just that.
Or Akane? You know,
What
she's
the
one
hell
too.
do you mean?
I'm sure I told you in another history that my motives are complex. Imagine, what if none of you had experienced the events?
Power
that
of friendship
occurred in
compels
the future?
you! Legit.
You're so determined now to change the future.
How is that gonna work?
One of the goals of all of this was to get you into that frame of mind. It's all going according to plan. Without a
This is my favorite piece of music, I will say.
I created a future where mankind will be saved. Does that upset you? Are you angry that your life was played with? Very well. I will give all of you one last choice.
Don't do it! It's a pistol. And you're gonna give it to Carlos.
With that gun there, you will be able to choose whether to kill me now or allow me to leave.
Oh.
I promise I won't use mind hacking on you. You are free to decide.
Oh, don't make me pick!
Pull the trigger or let me go. The fates of you, me, and mankind are all on the line. This is the decision game.
Are you kidding me? They better not... Don't you dare pull those credits up. No. No! No! I don't think I can skip. I can't skip. Normally I can. Something has to happen after this. I refuse. That can't be the end. You cannot leave a cliffhanger like that. Oh, let me skip! Yeah, not a popular ending with the community. Are you serious? Really? That's the ending. You don't even get to pick. It's just gun points. That's it. I will say that there are some files you can read after the credits that are more or less confirmed that Carlos didn't kill Delta. Okay, that makes me feel a little bit better. I'm not gonna lie, I like the voice actor for Delta. Yeah, it's DC Douglas. That just popped up. That's the voice actor's name. It makes me feel a little bit better, I guess, that... Oh, Makoto Yodawara. Why do I recognize that name? Oh, because he wrote that Emio game that I played. He's one of the writers. I completely forgot. Hey, Yubi! Nothing implied in those files that Sean broke Mira out of death row and took her to where the transporter is so that she could stop her young self from murdering Eric's mother. That's nice. That's nice, I guess. Okay, well, even though we don't get to make that choice, I'm glad Carlos decided not to do it. But again, we could make theories as to what could happen afterwards. Like, how would they be able to stop it from happening? But I don't know. And Junpei and Akane got engaged in this timeline, but promised to postpone the wedding until they caught the fanatic. Who's this fanatic again? I don't remember. Who's this fanatic again? I forgot. And Maria got cured on... Yay! She got cured! That makes me so happy. So they don't reveal this in this game at all. That's dumb. That's dumb. They never say who the fanatic is, but it's implied that it was one of the Myrmidrones. I do remember the Myrmidrones, but I don't know. That kind of sucks that we don't never know who that person is. They do reveal it, but you have to search the files and developer info to views. That's dumb. I wish they would reveal it in the game instead. Damn. I'm kicking myself with that one. I think I see why after... well, I'm guessing nothing's going to happen after these credits. If Delta can mind hack and even he doesn't know who it is, that kind of implies that it was a clone. That sucks. I really wish we got to know who that fanatic was. I think the secret files pop up, but yeah, otherwise this is the end. Wow. I guess we can... Who wants to go through the secret files? Because I've only been streaming for an hour and a half. So... Chime. Hey, look, wedding bells. So... Paul, when you said, oh, don't ship anyone, I guess we can confirm a ship of Diana and Sigma, because they had children. And Junpei and Akane are going to get married, so... Aw, that's sweet. You could ship Diana and Sigma as well as Junpei and Akane. I think I already shipped Junpei the Final Decision, Code N2. Or CQD. That's the team's names. So, I think I kind of already shipped them from the start, but I never really said anything because I'm like, what do I do? But then when it kind of was revealed about them, I was like, oh, that's cringe. So, nice. We still have one left, though. We have one more left, though. Oh. Sir. They're getting married under less than ideal conditions. Yeah, the proposal wasn't the prettiest. For starters, Junpei put the ring on the wrong hand. So... The last ending was an optional one, so I steered you away from it. Aww, I would have liked to see it, but... There's still a lot of things we haven't done, but that's because of other choices. So, like, decisions. Like, if we picked something else, it'd be, like, results in, like, death, I guess. So, some of these, it's like, you don't really need to do because they're just going to result in a death. You said you didn't want to do an optional escape room. Oh, I guess. Well... What happens with this one? What happens at the end of this one? I don't know. Now I feel icky that I have one ending with a question mark, but... Well. So where are these secret files? It more or less goes in depth about why Mira became the Heart Ripper, which simply boils down to her being a psychopath and wanting to literally feel emotions by touching hearts. I would love to see that. Maybe I'll do that in my own time. If you guys actually... if you guys want to see that yourselves, I guess just... I guess just go look for it yourselves if you really want to see that ending. So what'd you say? I have to go back into the game and just open files? What? So do I just pick a random one and just pause? Because... I can't really do anything, so... Just pick anything, open the files. Okay. Just pick a random one. I remember that. Okay, let's just do this. This... Can I pause? I guess I need to start something, maybe. Hold on. Holding that stupid ring! Here we go. I'm guessing this? Oh, here we go. Post-payoff. There you go. Oh, boy! Oh, there's a lot... Oh, the murder. Oh, God. Oh! I think... I haven't looked in many stuff. Where does this start? Oh, this is when fucking... Oh my God, this was when Akane talked about bugs that can pretty much control your body. It's bloody weird. Like this. Akane talked about this in a really weird scene when Carlos said, oh, or was it Eric? I can't remember. He said one of them was like, oh, one of them was like, I did something in my own without my own free will. And then Akane went into this bullshit, and I was like, what's the point of this? Oh, this kind of explains questions. What C, D, Q, and D being in the same space means the air ducts in the prep room and lounge don't lead to other wards. Inside is simply a small space for Gab where he often rests on a rug. Oh! So he sits there and waits for the other team, and then he comes out. I can't. Oh, best boy. Ah! Oh, active time. Here you go. Now we know when they were asleep. C team active 12 to 1. Then they'd be asleep till 18. I hate that they do 24-hour times, but... And then they'd be inactive from 18 o'clock to 19 o'clock. So if I do that by 12-hour time, they'd be awake from 6, and then they'd go to bed at about... They'd go to sleep at about... It's an hour and a half, right? Or not 90... About an hour... Yeah, an hour and a half. So... 7:30 is when they fall asleep. Yeah. And then they'd go to sleep. Wow. Why does Q team have a blank from 12 to 14? And D team's the same. Maybe they're not there yet or something. I'm not sure. Wow. Look how that works. Now it makes a whole lot of sense for some things. That is so weird. Oh, wait, no, I know why. Because that's their sleep thing. Wow, was CT really asleep from 6 to 12? That's insane. Okay, what else? I'm guessing this just explains stuff. Yeah, the pods. Yeah, this will help you, Cat. I think. Well, this just tells you what's in it. Wait, what's this? Monsey Hall problem. You're supposed to go from bottom to the top. I'm trying! I don't know where it starts! Is this literally all this I have to read? Like this? Like, we know this. And we know this. We know about them. There's the maps. The letter. The ward. We know these. What's this? Blah blah. You don't have to read all of it. I'm just saying that the post-game stuff is closest to the top. Okay, well, we'll just quickly go through, because some stuff I might not know. A familiar line from VLR. It translates to applaud the players over. I don't remember that line. When was that? Keep in mind, I played VLR a year ago, so... Platinum phrase 2. That one. It translates to, death is certain, its hour is uncertain. Oh, wow. It roughly translates to, fate and the dooming gods are deaf to tears. That was an optional ending. Oh, okay, so I didn't do it. Okay, free the soul, here we go. The cult organization that desires to save mankind by creating their ideal new world. The head of this group is a mysterious figure called Brother, which was revealed to be Delta. This crazy bastard over here in the corner. Hey, Tom! Welcome in. Okay. So, we have to remember VLR takes place... Okay, this is gonna be insane. So, at the end of VLR, we were told we have to go back in time to stop Radical 6. We did, but... I don't know, I kind of feel unsatisfied with the fact that VLR is like, oh, well, this is never going to happen then because it's set in a different timeline. Because I love VLR. I think it's my favorite out of the 3. I love... You know, do you have to... Paul did have Discord, but he was kind of Discord decided to ban him for... yeah, I was kicked out. Yeah, Discord decided to ban him for stupid reasons. Like, they were literally ridiculous. We tried many times to bring him back, but Discord just said no. So... we're just gonna have to... that's why... we don't... I know, right? Yeah. So, we can only hear from Paul, really, when I do streams, unfortunately. So... it sucks, but... anyway, yeah, so I think I can say this now. Virtue's Last Reward is probably my favorite out of the 3 games. I loved that one. I loved the characters, except for Dio. I loved the twists, because they were absolutely bonkers. And I loved some of the endings. Not all of them, but I think VLR is probably my favorite one. I'm just going to say it like that. I might even, now that we've played this, I might even, in my own time, replay Virtue's Last Reward again. Somehow. Just to see all the stuff. And yet, in my best memories of 2022 video, I have a clip of you saying Dio was stealing your heart. I regret saying that so much! Can we do, like, your best memories of 2024? And can I come in being like, remember when I said that Dio was stealing my heart? Shows clip, and then we go, yeah, I take it back! Can I now show Carlos? Carlos has stolen my heart? Because I love him so much. I think Virtue's Last Reward's my favorite game, but I think Carlos is my favorite character, with Snake and Junpei coming in a close second place. I can't pick between Junpei and Snake. I can't. But I think those two come in very close seconds. Anyway, let's continue. Acid. This was the assassin that this was the acid that burnt everyone to death. It was horrible. DCOM's management. DCOM is not a government facility, but is privately owned by a company researching space development. The company is largely known by Free the Stall, but that detail is kept hidden from all knowledge. That was pretty obvious, I think. Fire's your second favorite? Wow, I wonder who your favorite is. Smiles. At least Piccolo has a heart, not like other people. Wow. Crash Keys. A secret organization created by Akane Kurashiki. Their ultimate goal is to create a better future. Akane's brother, Aoi, is second in command and is assisting her from outside. Love you, Santa! Mwah. Insane individual. So that essentially confirms that everything at DCOM was part of Delta's plan as well. Pretty much. Yeah, so Kat, actually, I should bring this up. So Kat, at one of the endings, when everyone gets out, it was kind of like, oh, well now Radical 6 is going to happen anyway. You fucked up, you 3, because this was C-Team. And Akane's like, well, I'm going to make a group, and I'm going to fuck you over. And Junpei's like, Akane, I'll help you. And she's like, I need you to forget everything that happened here. And kick the shit out of him. And he's like, I'll never forget you. And I'm guessing that transports to VLR, which I think we saw VLR. He never forgot her. He saw her and was like, oh, my love. He searched for her for ages. He never forgot her. A dumb ass. Anyway. 6 billion Radical 6 deaths. Technically, Radical 6 did not kill 6 billion people. The spreading of the virus caused chaos and panic around the world, prompting the explosion of several nuclear reactors. It is those explosions which led to the 6 billion deaths. Really? 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 Okay. Oh yeah, it's confirmed that in the VLR timeline, Akane actually joined Free the Soul, and thus she and Delta were actually working together during that whole game. Yeah, but was she working against him to stop it from happening? That's my question. Shift. The phenomenon which allows a person to send their consciousness to other universes and histories. It is an anagram for space-time, human, internal, fluctuating transfer. See, I think... Here's the thing. I think when 999 did it, they didn't explain it in the best way. I got really confused with it. And I think in Zero Time Dilemma, they made it make way more sense. Cat reminds me of coffee. Well, they're completely different people. Splat Cat is my lovely amigo. Cat, can you believe that I've known you for 2 years? Can you believe that? So yeah, I think when 999 did it, it made like no sense. But Zero Time Dilemma, I think, have explained it in a much better way. I don't know. Maybe 999 did explain it right, and I was just like brain confused. But yeah. Hi, I'm Splatcat in the Discord. Yeah. Nope. The idea was that Akane, Dust, Sigma, and Dio were all working together in VLR to get the good ending in ZTD. Well, maybe Dio wasn't told every detail. I don't know. The whole situation of, oh, we're going to prevent this. It's like, yeah, but then you continue with it happening anyway in some points. I don't know. Quantum computers. I don't think we need to know that. Here we go. The Reverie Syndrome. This is the thing that Maria, Carlos's brother, had. Carlos's brother. Sister. When Dio said, my actions will make me a hero, he was referring to the good ending in ZTD. So is that why you said, oh, Zero Time Dilemma will hopefully make you see Dio differently? Because, yeah. Anyway. Also known as Daydream Syndrome. The brain cannot handle the amount of information entering the brain and in effect shuts down. The cause of this syndrome is currently unknown. Isn't it said that she's a shifter as well? Isn't that what they confirmed in the game? She's a shifter as well, and the fact that she kept shifting or something, her consciousness kept transferring, it was too much for her? Or something? I don't know. Antidote hint. Oh, well, there you go. Does it say how Radical 6 spreads? We'll see if we can. There you go, guys. So A never worked. Akane was right. It's like, this is our choices. And they were like, what about A? And Akane's like, ain't gonna work. And I was like, what do you mean it's not gonna work? There you go, there's your answer. It really wasn't gonna work. So I did pick right first time straight away. Radical 6 was spread by Mira, by injecting Phi after getting it from the biolab. Yeah. Yes, Tom, what's up? Alright, incinerator. Incinerators require to reach temperatures of at least 1,560 degrees Fahrenheit, 850 Celsius. Thank you, game, for also putting in Celsius. I really appreciate it. Oh, I think what Cat means is how it's spread to other people. Like, is it kind of like just a normal virus, you know, when, like a normal sickness where it's just some sort of contact? I think that's what she means, right? Thank you for telling me Celsius, by the way. You're sad? What's up? For 2 seconds to ensure proper material breakdown, human cremation occurs at 1,400 to 2,000 and... That's hot. I'm so glad they put in Celsius. Thank you, game. I need my Celsius. They said it was transferred through liquid, so I suppose perhaps her saliva or urine or the waters. I would say, is it airborne or touched by whatever? So if it's spread with liquids, I'm going to guess just water. So I think it's just simply that. What the fuck? I have questions. My yellow port from my GameCube cord broke off the other day. Oh no! That's unfortunate. Is there anything you can do about it? I can't even say what this number is because it's not even writtenly said what this number is. It's like that one game theory video I watched where MatPat did a theory back on the Wii U version of Mario Maker, and he did how many levels could you do with every single combination in Mario Maker 1, and he got a big number that he couldn't even say because it was that big. Like, it hasn't even been written what that number was. I love that. It's one of my favorite theories that MapPad ever did. It's such a good theory. Like, the math in it was insane. But that's a number. I think I can see million and then billion and trillion. And then I think that's zillion. But then after that, I'm screwed. Gab letter. We've seen those already. Multiverse and single path 1. Video game structure can help explain. Protagonist, P, travels down a road until he reaches a three-way fork. You, the player, chose the left path, and P ends up abducted by terrorists and holed up in an underground cell forever. Great. You try a second time. By selecting the right path, you avoid the terrorists, but P is hit by a truck and permanently handicapped. Wow. Getting annoyed, you sigh and go back to choose the last route straight down the middle. P comes across a man attacking a girl from an affluent family and fights him off. The girl and P fall in love, get married, and live together happily. By this point, the game is mostly over. It is this ending that is considered the best end. But is it really? Paul, can you explain that in Peggle terms? Taking the multiverse theory into consideration, the P who chose the left P, must think, why am I not the P who chose the center path, CP, and instead stuck in this cell? But if there is only one world, then LP's history disappears once P chooses the center path. Some of you may be thinking, but why isn't it just a straight road? But it's not that simple. What about what happens with the P who picks the right path, RP? He gets into an accident, but after extensive rehab, wins a gold medal at the Paralympics. He marries a beautiful wife, has several children. By the time he's old, there are many children too. So consider again. If the world is one single path, what about RP's life? Where did his glory go? What about his happiness with his family? If the only one who remains is CP with his rich wife, is that a true happy end? Okay. Okay, Monty Hall problem. I don't really remember this Monty thing, but I remember them bringing it up, but it's been a while. Okay. A probability puzzle based off of a TV show hosted by Monty Hall is strongly devised among scholars. The problem is as followed. 3 doors are before you. One hides a prize behind it, while the other 2 hide goats. The door with the prize is random, and only known by Monty. Monty asks, which of the 3 doors we open? You then pick a door, but it remains closed. One of the 2 remaining doors is open, revealing a goat. It's possible both doors contain a goat, and you pick the door with the prize. But then Monty asks, now there are only 2 closed doors. Which do you choose? Will you change your mind, or do you stay with your first choice? How should you answer? I mean, a goat, hell yeah. You'd think there's no way to know which is right, but the chances are 2 to 1. The probability or either door is the same. However, the question will be answered in the game. The gas mask's location is completely random, therefore using probability to choose the correct locker may still result in getting the wrong one simply because of bad luck. Well, I remember this gas mask, and I actually did pretty well with the choices, I think. So, God, my throat is dying. It's getting dry. I'm talking a lot. The gas, shut up! It's supposed to be gas mask! I'm sorry! Okay. It's basically a lot of theorizing, so the simple answer is that some good endings in games are only accomplished through failing, at other times. Like, you'd fall into a pit in Mario, then try again to succeed, but then you use Mario Sacrifice in one run to help another Mario with another. So basically, what they did at the ending is basically what they're trying to explain. What is 3 to the 100? I don't know. I'm not a good math person, Tom, honestly. Right, well, we read all that. The murder 17 years ago. Hold on, I need a drink for this one. Alright, I got this. 17 years ago, a young mother went jogging in the park. She reached a fork where she usually goes right. But on this day, she decided to go left. Why? Because there was a snail on the path. No one knows why she avoided the snail. Was she afraid of them? Or felt a sense of danger from it? Whatever the cause may be, a snail caused her to switch to the left path. As a result, she was killed by a girl. Oh, I know who the girl is. The suspect was taken into custody. A Japanese man was not the culprit. He was falsely convicted and executed, and his wife committed suicide in her grief. The two left young children behind. The convicted man called a taxi before his arrest, but the taxi ended up picking up another fare instead, a brilliant surgeon. However, the car became involved in an accident, killing the surgeon as well as the young boy who was waiting for an operation by the surgeon. Yeah, I think I already said that to Kat, but if she forgot, yeah. So, if that snail hadn't been on the right path 17 years ago, what would have happened? Life is simply unfair, don't you think? I believe the snail is Mira, because people are dying. So... Paul. I don't really remember if this was answered. Post-apocalypse. Okay. Oh, God. We're gonna read some... I think this is the post stuff. You guys ready? I'm gonna hurt my throat after this. This must be fate. Fate? Diana smiles weakly from the bed at Sigma's question. Don't you remember? You told me that yourself. Me? I never said it. If it was really me, then yes, the Sigma who was 67 inside. Diana shifts her frail hand close to Sigma, and he gently grasps it between his own. The Sigma before her is not the one who was trapped in the shelter. It's the same body, but a different consciousness. On April 13th, 2029, Sigma was at the headquarters of Crash Keys, his eyes and arms replaced with robotic ones. There, the young Sigma returns to his body from 40 years in the future and begins to carry out Akane's instructions. How many years has it been since you came here, Diana? A little over 3, I think. I followed you here in May 2029. A violent coughing fit takes over after she speaks. Sigma helps her sit up and softly pats her back until it subsides. Why didn't the medical pod work? I told you. It's fate. Diana's skin is deathly pale, but her eyes still shine with life, just like a child's. What, is she dying? Is this after one of the endings? The one with when they all ran to the hospital? This is confirming Luna's backstory. Yeah. I'm guessing this is when Diana dies. Because she's old. Because that's what it looks like. And I'm guessing this is when they switched at some point. This was right after the training of VLR when Sigma was young and creating the Notary game. Okay. Alright. Let's do 2. I've always dreamt of coming here. Did you know that Diana is the name of the goddess of the moon? I've wanted to do this ever since I was little, so I'm perfectly fine with dying here. No, Diana isn't old, shortly after the bad ending in ZTD. Okay. Oh, the one where he lost all his arms and shit. What are you saying? I've been able to spend the last 3 years living with you, Sigma. I have treasured every moment. Sigma lowers his head, his expression pain. Please don't make that face. You don't need to be sad. In the year 2074, you will shift back to Christmas 2028, and the next day, old me will head to the decom facility in the Nevada desert and meet you. Diana nods. Sigma closes his eyes and shakes his head. That's not it. I mean, I'm in love with the you. His declaration stops as Diana's lips close over his in a kiss, and the rest of his words are lost. After a moment, Diana murmurs, "It must be a wonderful future. The future where we found each other in 2028. Sigma holds onto her tightly. Arching, heartfelt sobs echo with a cold, silent world. Ah! That's so sad! They're so sweet together! Ah! It's weird, but also, ah! Robot's name. The robot with a round helmet on his head is named Sean. He has never been called anything other than that by those in the underground shelter. Well, fuck you. Okay. The other Phi. Baby Phi was indeed transported from 1904 to 2008, but a Phi also remained in 1904. Whatever happened to that Phi? Rumor is she became a brilliant scientist and worked in at a research facility in the US well into her hundreds. The facility was researching the transporter, and that's where the file from 1904 was sent. So what? There were 2 files, I guess you could say. She was split. Here we go. Post-payoff Carlos. Here we go. The day is bright and clear. A girl in a white dress strolls along the beach, the wind tossing her long blonde hair playfully. Up until a half a year ago, should have just said half a year ago, but anyway, she had been confined to a bed. Carlos's eyes still tear up every time he sees her smile. Come on, Carlos. You don't always have to help me. That's the point of my rehab. Oh, you're right. Sorry, Maria. Carlos brushes her hair out of her face. It's definitely not the summer skin that's making him act out of all sorts. Sorry. It's the fact that his sister is here standing before him. Maria grins up at him. What would Akane and Junpei say if they saw you being all fussy like this? It's fine. They understand how important you are to me. Both you and Junpei put your lives on the line. That was a different history, but going through that means we know how to treat Reverie Syndrome. I can't believe we have the ability to jump through space-time. I'm just glad you're able to control it now. It's all because Carlos met Akane and Junpei that Maria was able to recover. He wishes he could show them just how well she's doing. Sus. There were 2 fires running around. Yep, wow. Okay, so wait, let me finish all these first. I wonder if they're going to explain it. But let's keep going. You're thinking about them right now, aren't you, Carlos? What makes you say that? Because you're smiling. Carlos closes his eyes as his unconscious smile turns fond. They're just about your age. It kind of feels like I gained a brother and another sister. You are going to their wedding, aren't you? Yeah, and you're coming with me. But there's something Carlos needs to do first. Back when the 3 of them parted ways. I'll be waiting to hear word from you when you locate that terrorist. Carlos held his right hand out toward Akane and Junpei, and the other 2 grabbed onto it with their own. There was no way of knowing if Delta was telling the truth. But if he was, one fanatic would kill off all of humanity. Akane and Junpei vowed to find this person, and Carlos offered to help. He can still feel the strong bond between the 3 of them. Their hands clasped together tightly. I suppose I better get used to talking more before the wedding, huh? Holding her hair out of her face, Maria reaches out to her brother, who takes her hand in his, and they continue walking down the beach. The same blue sky above stretches over friends Carlos knows he can rely on. That's really sweet. I'm really happy that Carlos made 2 really good friends. It still doesn't change my opinion on Akane. Oh, here we go, Akane and Junpei. Alright, I'm ready to hear some cringe. Junpei sits upon a white sofa, somewhere within the secret location of Crash Keys, twiddling a pen and sighing. What else should I say? Are you writing your vows, honey? Laying on the table in front of him is a half-written letter. Suddenly, Akane pops up behind him. What are you doing, Junpei? She playfully teases. Gah! Junpei dives for the letter, but she snatches it from his fingers and begins reading. Let's see. Carlos, without you, Akane and I would have never gotten together. Thank you. Is this an invitation to the wedding? No, it's most definitely not. He makes a grab for the paper, but Akane quickly moves out of its reach. It's just a progress report, Junpei mutters. Okay, yeah, I mentioned the wedding, but the date hasn't been set yet. I made a promise to you and your brother. We wouldn't get married until we've dealt with the fanatic. Oh, Aoi's just like, no. Fucking clap for Santa. Good job, Santa. Okay. Kane's face flushes bright red. She hastily hides her face behind the letter and goes back to reading. I'd like nothing more than to get the approval and blessing of one of her old friends of those of you we met 6 months ago. Aww. Okay. You know, there's a history where I keep searching for you. Even after I'm old and craggly, it still exists out there somewhere. And when I think of that, a sharp pain jolts through Junpei's face. Akane is pinching his cheek. That's the history. That's VLR's history, I'm guessing. Ow, that hurts! What are you doing? I think you missed part of the previous one. Oh, did I? Oh, yes, I did. Eyes wide, Akane glances up at Junpei. He avoids her gaze, awkwardly scratching the back of his head. There we go. Okay, sorry about that. Ow, that hurts. What are you doing? To prove to you that this isn't a dream, Akane giggles. You still can't believe we're together like this? Junpei shakes his head. You've changed a lot, Junpei. A half a year ago, you were never this honest. It's like, how do I want to describe it? Like a dream? Huh? Junpei leans in and quickly pinches Akane. Oh, now you've done it. She darts forward and goes after Junpei with both hands, getting it a pinch wherever she can, and Junpei does the same. Once they start laughing, it's very hard to stop, and they keep going until they're out of breath. I guess this is all thanks to Carlos, too. That's why I'm writing that thank you letter. On Akane's left hand, a ring glitters on her ring finger. So it's finally on the right hand. Congratulations, Junpei. It was so funny. It actually was kind of cringe. All right. Hey, Mira, how are you feeling? Are you lonely? Come on, Eric. You visited last week. Eric smiles. What is that word? Wirely? Rarely? Never heard that word. And reaches out to Mira with his left hand. Mira does the same, and their hands with matching silver rings align on either side of the plexiglass window. Are they married? I brought a new guest to see you today. Eric shifts to his side, and a head pops into view. Hiya, Mira. Long time no see. It's Sean, right? Yep. I'm happy you remembered. Behind Mira, the sun is shining through an iron bed window, lighting up the visitor room. Oh, she's in jail, isn't she? It's been a long time, Sean. It's good to see you. The smile that appears on her face is real. Mira no longer needs to plaster on a fake one. When I heard you turned yourself in, I was really surprised. Eric was the one who convinced me. Pronounced similar to Riley. Oh, thank you. He said I should pay for my sins so we could be together. Also, Eric is such a simp. Oh, 100%. So that's why you got married in jail. Eric ducks his head shyly. Are you sure you're okay with this? Mira asks. He looks at her in confusion. Don't you regret marrying me? I did carve your heart out in another history. Isn't that what you said, Sean? Yeah, you did. Eric looks Mira straight in the eye. I've already told you this a bunch of times. I forgive you, no matter what happened. Besides, you haven't killed me in this history yet. Right? Yet, Mira's lips twist wryly. But the Heart Rippers killed people already. So many. Sean, stop it. Eric angrily turns on Sean, and Mira's face falls into a frown, but Sean continues speaking. You turned yourself in, Mira, but that doesn't mean you've paid off all the crimes you did. I doubt the family and friends that were left behind would forgive you, even if you were put on death row. There's no way you can clear your sins here. Mira grits her teeth. But there is a way to clear them. Well, not what you've already done, technically. You have to pay for those your whole life. But that will never change. But maybe you can in another universe. Suddenly, Sean's fist crashes through the pixie glass window. Ah! Mira jumps backward while Eric is frozen in shock. What are you? Eric can't even finish speaking before Sean moves. Jumping through the broken window, he kicks outside wall of the visitor room, causing it to crumble and reveal a giant hole. An alarm immediately starts blaring and the police officers rush into the room. But Sean darts forward and takes them all down with the blink of an eye. He holds out his hand to Mira. Let's go! Go where? I know where the transporter is being stored. You're saying we should go change history? Eric finally stutters. Sean nods. To stop young Mira from committing murder. Mira, I'm pretty sure that's the only way you can clear your sins. Mira stares out through the hole in the wall at the horizon extending beyond. Oh, that's it. That's it! That's all that happens afterwards. Did we do it? Ugh, my voice hurts. Ah! Retrospego, you sat through my favorite series and suffered tremendously. Oh, wow. Guys, we're done. Right. now I can actually, if I still have the voice, talk about this game, I guess, if you want to hear it. Okay, so, how do I go through this all? I think Virtue's Last Reward's my favorite. GG. I love you, cat. I think Virtue's Last Reward still will be my favorite game. I think Carlos is my favorite character. I think that's how it's gonna go. I think a lot of people. I think I'm gonna go to Zero Escape Reddits and be like, I just played this game, and I don't know what you're all talking about. I love Carlos. Because apparently the community is like mixed with Carlos, but oh well. Let's see. My whole opinion, though, of Zero Time Dilemma. I think it's good. I actually... How do I put this? Okay, let me put this in an example. Between VLR's animation and Zero Time Dilemma's animation, Zero Time Dilemma's is way better. I think the designs, like, not the designs, but animation-wise, way better improvement. I like 999's, like, 2D animation style, so I can't really put that into, oh, is this better? Because it's 2D style. So, yeah, I thought this was really good. I think it explained things a lot better. It made things easier to understand. I think one of my favorite twists in this game is that Sigma and Diana had a baby and it was Phi. I know Delta's involved in there, but throw him out of the question. Now we look at VLR and go, wow, you guys are father and daughter. And then you can also point at the fact that young Sigma, because remember, old man, young Sigma, he perved on Phi a little bit. He perved on his own daughter. He perved on his daughter a little bit. But listen, yeah, Phi calls Sigma an old as fuck. Yeah. I think we can kind of go, okay, that's fine, because Sigma didn't know that's his child. So, you know, that's fine. But yeah, I she does call him Grandpa. Well, yeah, I guess. So yeah, the escape rooms in this felt easier. I think out of all, I think these were the easiest escape rooms to do. That's just me. I'm kind of happy that there were less and that we got to focus more on decision making and more cutscenes. I liked that more because I felt like in every freaking room we breathed in with 999, it was escape room, escape room, escape room, and I was like, Jesus Christ! So, but yeah, I think this did well, but I'm a little unsatisfied with a lot of things. You know, that ending, which I'm guessing is the true ending, Paul. The final ending we got, I'm a little unsatisfied, I guess you could say, with it, because obviously, you know, how that ended, that wasn't very good. But I guess I would have loved to know who the fanatic was. Like, it would have been so cool if it was like either a character we already know about, or if it was just some whole new character. I would have loved to see who it was. That would have been great. My honest opinion, I was fine with, I really liked when they brought Clover in again for VLR. I really enjoyed it. I thought that was cool. We got to see a previous character from another game. We could touch base on it. I mean, they did it with Junpei as well, but you know what I mean with Clover? We got to go, wow, we really impacted. She could talk about some of the characters that we saw in 999. So I kind of wish they brought another 999 character in Zero Time Dilemma. Like, they had Akane and Junpei already, but, you know, we've stuck with those two in every single game. So I would have liked to either see Clover again, or maybe bringing in someone else, like, I don't know. I personally would have loved to see Light Snake. I thought that would have been great to see, because, you know, he's also working with Clover, so that would have been cool. Or maybe Seven. Seven would have been cool to see as well. I would have loved to see some of the other characters. Obviously, you can't really say much for VLR because it's in another history, and it's in the future, technically. So you can't really say, oh, I want this character to come in for Zero Time Dilemma. It's like, well, you can't really expect much with those guys. So, excuse me. Oh, my voice is going. I'm really dying. But what we did get is the implication that Snake died by being thrown out a window. Yeah, I refuse to believe that unless they themselves confirm it. So you can inflict on it as much as you want, but until I see a confirmation of that, I'm not going to believe it. But, or even Santa. I would have loved to see, or Owie as he's called, I would have loved to see him in this as well. I don't know, I enjoy when they bring back other characters into the game. But I was fine, you know, with the 4 that we already knew, and I loved seeing, I loved Carlos and Diana the most. They were so good. I loved their development, and you could really see how much, you could really see, Sigma was, how much Diana was really inspired to make Luna. So you could see, now that we go back, even though Sigma doesn't know, you could really see that love that Luna kind of had for Sigma, and you could see that, like, you look at it now and go, wow, that's really sweet. So, you know, the director did originally plan on having Snake and Sentry be explained this game, but again, rough development. I really wish he continued that. That would have been really nice if they brought up that, because Junpei did in the scene. He brought up a lot of stuff, what he did after 999. He was like, oh, I worked together with Seven for a while, all that sort of stuff. And I was like, whoa, that's really interesting. I loved Hate on Q-Team. Yeah, this is when I get into Q-Team. I think it's pretty obvious that Sean is probably the best out of that group, because but I don't like him that much, because I was kind of disappointed, especially when we had to learn early on that it's just a robot with no head. I was kind of really disappointed. I wish they inflicted a lot more on... I wish they inflicted more onto Sean. I would have loved another ending, like, oh, this really is a sick child, because I think that's what it was originally, a sick child. Sean's the best because he doesn't have much competition. Yeah. I don't know. I think I would have loved more involvement with Sean, but not as in, like, oh, I'm a robot with, like, pretty much no meaning. I would have liked him to be an actual person, but that's just me. You can't say much with Mira, because we didn't get to see her much. I think if we did that Heart Ripper ending, we probably would have seen more involvement with her, but you can't say much except that she's a psychopath, she was a serial killer. Yeah. Yeah, and Eric is such a simp for Mira. He loves Mira so much. I did like though how protective he was when she died. Like, he had a gun and he was ready to go over, like, kill whoever. It's like, who hurt my Mira? Like, that is real. That's good boyfriend protective, but don't kill anyone, please. That was the only thing. It's like, Eric, you don't need to kill anyone, but I appreciated the fact that he was very protective of his woman. So, you know. Delta... Oh, man. Delta is a whole new ball game to go with. First off, I'm happy that Zero isn't someone that's... I mean, okay, obviously, Zero... Oh, I was here the whole time. But I'm glad it was someone we've never met. Like, with Zero in 909, it was Akane, and I was like, right then. With Virtue's Last Reward, it was Sigma, sure, whatever. Delta was like, oh, this whole new character that we know nothing about. Like, that's so cool. Sure, I didn't like the whole, I was here the whole time scenario, but I liked the fact that Zero was a character that we never knew, we know nothing about. We still really don't know nothing about him. So, I thought that was cool. The dog is the best character out of the humans. Best character. I don't like Delta because he killed the dog. I don't care. Kill a dog. You're like bottom tier. Like, get out of here. But yeah, I don't know. I would have loved to hear more about Ace as well, because Ace was in jail in 999, and it would have been a year after for Zero Time Dilemma, so that would have been cool to hear more about him, how he's doing as well. Because I love Ace as much as he's the villain in 999 and how much of a fucking sociopath he is. I would have loved to hear more about Ace, because I just think he's a cool villain. But yeah. Yeah, that's pretty much how it goes. There's a lot of more unanswered questions that I have. Like, I think my main one is, and Paul, if you were able to answer it, you can. You know when, Diana and Sigma were like, Phi, where are you? And then they have children. What's the deal with Phi then? Because they had a Phi who burnt. And then they have this memory of a Phi and saying, let's name our child after her. So, you know. Would it have been cool if Ace was the fanatic? I doubt it, though, as Delta said that he didn't know who the fanatic was. So you're saying Delta would have known who Ace is? Is that what you're saying? That would be cool. You could make that as a headcanon, that it's Ace as the fanatic. The problem is, though, he's in jail, so I don't know how he'd pull that off unless he broke out. So, yeah. I don't know. Well, Delta helped fund the nunnery game that Ace planned, I guess. So I'm guessing we can't really answer the whole Phi situation. I really need to understand that, because what was going on there? Because they're like, let's name our child after Phi. And it's like, but that's Phi. So how does that work? I don't know. But, yeah, that's pretty much how it goes. Yeah, 999's done. Virtue's Last Reward's done. Zero Time Dilemma's done. There is no fourth game. Unless Spike Chunsoft comes out of nowhere and goes, hey, we're making another game. Which they won't. So, Phi was burned in the incinerator, so that Sigma and Diana were encouraged to search for her, thus booting up the transporter, trapping them there, and giving birth to her. It's just, I don't know. It's weird. So it kind of like, I guess you could say, a reincarnation. That's what it sounds like. Like, oh, I'm reincarnated, now I'm here again. I don't know, it's very weird. But, pretty sure Zero Escape 4 is called AI The Swimming Files, and Zero Escape 5 is Nirvana issue. Do you really think that? It's whole new characters, though. So, you know, I don't know. But, yeah, I don't have much more to say. If I can think of more stuff, maybe I'll do a video on my opinion of Zero Escape. And you guys can hear, I can go into the discussions of 999, I can go into the discussions at Virtue's Last Reward, and then go into Zero Time Dilemma. I'd have to look through all of the games again, though. I think there should be a fourth or a fifth. 3 is enough. Sure, I agree. I don't think there needs to be a fourth. If they decide to make one, I'd be like, why? Why? What more do you need? This feels like a good ending, although I would just like to see more about the fanatic. That's pretty much it. That would probably be the only thing I want. So if they did a fourth game, they could have the fanatic as Zero or something. I don't know. But yeah, other than that, I prefer for it to be fine. So obviously they are different franchises, but they do have the same writer. True. But yeah, I'm kind of sad that we've taken this 2.5-year journey of playing Zero Escape. It's insane. We're finally done. Do I enjoy Zero Escape as a whole? Yes. I think it's a fantastic series, but I don't like the escape rooms. They personally bug me, but you know, I know why some people like them. Some of them just annoy me a bit because I'm dumb. So, and then when you figure it out and how simple it was, you feel stupid afterwards. So, but yeah, wow, this is hard to think about. I already have in mind what I'm going to do next on YouTube. I'm not going to say what it is yet, though. But you guys will find out probably, I'm not sure, it might be early next month. I might take this month off to just take a break from YouTube and just play on Twitch, because I'm going to be gone for like a week on holiday anyway for my birthday. So, who knows? But I already know what I'm playing. You guys don't get to find out, though. But get keen, because it's something that I wouldn't think I'd ever play. But I am. So, yeah. Well, the escape rooms are quite revolutionary at the time, as most visual novels had almost no gameplay before 999. Yeah, so it's kind of a new thing that they did back in the day. Back in the day. Ugh. But, yeah, other than that, my voice is about to be gone, so I'm going to stop here before my voice goes any more. But thank you for watching this insane series of Zero Escape. I hope you enjoyed. I personally did. It's such a shame that it's coming to an end, but we can now go and live our lives knowing that we finally played the shit. But yeah, Wednesday night stream is going to be Into the Pit. I'm going to finish Into the Pit off. And, yeah. Well, just a reminder that Saturday's stream, which is Friday for America, is my birthday stream. Still don't know what I'm playing, but it'll be something. But just thought I'd keep you in mind that that's the birthday stream on Saturday, which is Friday for America. So I hope yous will be there for it, because I'm very excited to celebrate my next milestone. So, but yeah. Other than that, I will see you guys on Wednesday for Into the Pit. Thank yous again for watching Zero Escape. It's time to wave goodbye to all the characters in Zero Escape. Peg will be 23, right? No, I'll be 22. I don't know about you, but I'm feeling 22. Haha, you're so funny, Paul. But yeah, it's time to wave goodbye to Zero Escape, to all the characters, all the endings, and we can move on to the next series on YouTube. And I'll see you guys on Wednesday for Into the Pit. So yeah, catches.